Hello, guys, and welcome back to our channel. So, we have just witnessed the last round of Group B fixtures which have been played, and we'll be discussing the same today. So, before we proceed, we would like to mention that the game Group A game, sorry, between Pakistan and Bangladesh was washed out without any toss or ball being bowled because it was raining very heavily in that game and they were not able to get that ground ready. So yeah, with that, even before that, I think Pakistan and Bangladesh were already eliminated. So instead of instead of 0 points, they'll be going home with a point each. So yeah. So I think we'll begin the discussion today with the g- Group B game between Afghanistan and England, which was a nail biter game, which was there till the very end, and eventually Afghanistan won the game by 8 runs. So yes, Nikhil, do you want to add anything on that game?
Yeah, yes, Mohit. Hello everyone. Welcome to today's video. Yeah, talking about the Afghanistan and England match that happened on 26th Feb. It was actually a decider match for both of them. Uh, uh, Actually, it was a crucial match for both of them, not a decider match because they had to be. If anybody who was going to win at that stage would be still in the games. Not the games, but in the running for the knockouts. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, Afghanistan played well. They scored 325, and England got all out at 317. The key performer being Ibrahim Zadran, who scored 177 of 146. Other than him, other players for Afghanistan were Asmatullah Shahidi, Azmatullah Omarzai, and Mohammad Nabi. Each scored 40. Uh, and yeah, other than that, everybody else scored a single digit score. Bowlers for England who took 3 wickets was Joe Archer and then Liam Livingstone who took 2 wickets, and Jamie Overton and Adil Rashid took each one wicket each. So yeah, that is for the Afghanistan. Those are the figures for the Afghanistan batting. But yeah, Ibrahim Zadran, who scored 177, was looking like a beast over there. He single-handedly took on the England bowling uh, unit, and from other ends, few batsmen like Nabi, Omarzai, and Shairi gave him the support that he needed from the other end.
Yes. And that was a pretty amazing effort from all of them because if you see the start of the innings, Afghanistan were 37 or 35 for 3, I think. So from that to carry on the game till 325 was a very commendable effort from them. That partnership between Ibrahim and Hashmatullah, which took them to almost 150 before the fourth wicket, right? So that was a pretty good partnership which set the platform for Omarzai and Nabi to play those quick attacking innings at the end, and also for Zadran to capitalize on the start which he had in that innings. So all in all, a pretty amazing performance from the opener Ibrahim and the middle order. And especially it will be special for Ibrahim Zadran because he's just coming back from a surgery to his ankle or knee something. So for him, that was a pretty great comeback to be fair. And also they were mentioning that 200 भी हो सकता है इसका अगर वो लास्ट ओवर में अगर वो आउट नहीं होता. So I think he would have scored 200 as well, but you never know, right?
Actually, you were also hoping the same, right? Right,
Yes.
Mohit? Yeah, I was asking you only what is the score and what is the score of Ibrahim Zadran, but you told at the end that he was all out. Sorry, he was not all out. He got bowled, got out at 177. A sad, I won't say sad, but a disappointment for me because he didn't complete his 200. But again, he only had six balls to face, so don't know if he would have managed to score or not. But yeah, it would have been lovely to watch that 200, and also for him, he would have achieved a milestone. I guess none other player have achieved, right? 200 a score.
So that was also the highest individual score in Champions Trophy history. And
Correct.
the person's record which he broke was fielding at that time, Ben Duckett.
So yeah, if he would have scored 200, he would the first person to score 200 in Champions Trophy match.
Yes. So, Nikhil, one point to comment on England's bowling, right? So, Jofra Archer had a pretty decent game. To be fair, he got he got 3 for 64, sorry, in his quota of 10 overs. So, in the start as well, he got those 3 wickets in the power play itself, and he reduced them to 37 for 3. So, that was a very good effort from Archer to get England into the game from the start. Apart from that, I think the injury to Mark Wood was a pretty big thing at that moment because I think in the third or fourth over of his, he started struggling and he was out for some time as well. So that also was a pretty big, what do you say, a setback for them in that game. But still, he managed to bowl 8 overs, so that is a good thing for him. But I think the weak link was Jamie Overton for them because he gave 72 in his quota of 10 overs, and they were specially targeting him on that wicket. So I think lack of experience is the issue for him. Or what do you think he did? Didn't he apply
So
himself on that wicket?
Mohit, do you think Jamie Overton should have given all the 10 overs that he bowled, considering he was being hit everywhere?
I don't think so because pitch was also slowing down, right? So I think they could have given Root because he was also bowling pretty well. And even Livingston was an option for them because he got 2 wickets, right, in the last over. So I think they were just trying to cover those Markwood overs, and I think he gave him those extra 2 overs, which led to this score as well.
Yeah, correct. Correct. That was my point. If he was not able to bowl properly, or it wasn't his day, actually, captain should have looked at it and given some other bowler the bowl, because it in the hindsight it would have helped the team, right? If other bowler who would have bowled and gave some runs, gives us only few runs rather than Jamie Horton giving an economy of 7.2, right? Others were bowling at 6, still in each over giving one or two less than Overton would have been crucial, right?
Yes. But
So
anyways,
yeah,
I
so
think
that
England were not
yes,
looking in the mood itself, right, in this Champions Trophy and also in the recent times. Like they are उनका
yeah,
वो जीतने का आदत चलेगा ऐसा लग रहा है.
yeah, boys, I guess we will talk that in the later part of the video. First, we will just look at the games that have been played for last week. Uh, Yeah. So do you want to mention? Sorry, we have to go ahead, right? We also
Yes.
have England's batting. Yeah. So moving on to England's inning, Joe Root, the a premium bowler batsman for them. No other batsman is close to him in England England squad. Because he's playing consistently. He's scoring those 50s, 60s, 70s consistently, and this particular match he scored 120 runs, right?
Yes.
And in the dugout where everybody is getting out before scoring 20 or 30, this person is scoring 120. So he is doing something exceptional that no one has asked him to do, right? That's why he's getting those runs. So I guess England team players should look at what Joey Root is sorry, not Joey, what Joe Root is doing differently, and try to imitate him or learn from him, and try to enhance their batting.
Yes. I think you mentioned a pretty good point, Nikhil, because Joe Root is also one of those senior players, right, who is in the England squad for quite a long time. So the youngsters coming into the team, I think, will look up to him. And this innings in special because he almost played the whole innings and got out at the end, right? So he almost took England home with that innings, but unfortunately,
Yes,
he didn't get the support from the other side.
correct. So other than him, Jamie Overton, Josh Butler, and Ben Duckett were looking fine. They were getting those starts.
Yes.
Okay, they were getting those starts, but they were also not converting those starts in some big batting performance, because if someone else would have been remained on the pitch scoring some 70 or 80 runs, or these player each could have scored 10 or 20 more runs, then I guess Joe Root would have felt a bit less pressured and could have scored more also. There are multiple possibilities, right? Because if you look at Joe Root's inning, he was going ball to ball till
Hmm.
I guess till the 60th or 70th ball that he faced. He was going ball to ball. He was not giving those uh, dot balls. He was if there is a dot ball or something, he was compensating it with a one or two, or else scoring a boundary somewhere. So that is the ODI format, right? And that is how we play. That is how one player should play in a ODI, right? Looking at
Yes.
the conditions, because there are 50 overs, man. So if a player like Bumrah is bowling from one, and then someone like, I don't want to name anybody, but some other bowler who is not having his day could will be bowling from the other end, right? And you should pick your bowlers in such a way. But if
Yes.
you're just going to hit every ball, that's not going to be feasible for your team.
Yes. Think you are right, Nikhil, because the point you mentioned is correct because picking the bowlers is really important because we also saw in the during the Afghanistan batting, right? Because Jofra Archer was bowling really well, so they did not take those high risks
Much
against
time.
him.
Yes.
But when it came to Jamie Overton, so they took their advantage on Jamie Overton and they scored some runs against him. So the point you mentioned is correct. I'm just using this scenario for what you just said.
Yeah, correct. Moving on to bowling effort from Afghanistan, Omar Zai took 5 wickets, a five for a well-deserved 5 for him. Nabi took two, Rashid took one, Naib and Faruqi also took 1 wicket. All in all, good performance from Afghanistan, and they have been consistently beating England in the ICC events. So, and some players, some not players, some commentators are saying that they are the second best Asian team now, looking at the ICC win percentage.
Yes. And just a fun fact, Nikhil, Azmatullah Omarzai was the 2024 Cricketer of the Year, ODI Cricketer
Yeah,
of the Year. So I think he's continuing his that dream run which he's having in ODI cricket. So credits to him and kudos to him also because he's taking the leading role, right, in the batting as well as in the bowling.
correct. So yeah, kudos to Afghanistan team, but that lived short for them. Once they faced Australia, it was not looking good for them. So moving on to that match, Mohit, Afghanistan versus Australia, and
Yes.
played on Feb 20th, 28th. Sadly, it was
Washed out. Yes.
abandoned, washed out. Sorry, it was washed out due to rain. Afghanistan had scored 273 all out India inning, and Australia scored 109 runs, only falling one wicket, and in 12.5 overs. So they were looking pretty good to chase this total that Afghanistan had put. So yeah, should we move on to the Afghanistan innings, or do you have any brief to mention about this match?
No, I think we should jump into the Afghanistan innings. So, Rahmanullah Gurbaz, I think he's struggling with form and he got out early once again. But Ibrahim Zadran was also out early this time. And but the other player who stood out for them, stepped up for them was Sadiqullah Atal because he is a young player. They just mentioned that he was in that Young Players Asia Cup which took place recently, which Afghanistan won actually. So he was part of that squad, and he's a promising youngster for them because the way he played against Australia, right? Considering the current Australian side, which is in the Champions Trophy, but the quality is different, right? So, anyway, he played a pretty good innings and eventually got out on 85. But Azmatullah Umarzai, as I mentioned, he continued his form again and he provided those quick innings at the end because he scored just a one boundary and five sixes. And he held the end, he held one end at the batting. And apart from him, I think there was nothing else from the other batsmen, right? Because the wickets were falling pretty consistently because Mohammad Nabi got out on one. He was run out. Gulbadin Naib also struggled because if you see, he played 12 balls for his 4 runs. So, yeah, apart from these three players, I think none of the Afghan batsmen rose up to the challenge against the Australian bowlers. So, do you have anything to add on this part as well?
Nothing to add on the inning, but just one thing that Afghanistan has always faced trouble while facing Australia in the ICC events. I don't know other than this, but in the ICC events, Australia being however they are, I guess they put a lot of pressure on Afghanistan team, a psychological pressure, I am saying, in which they fumble or do some things that are not required. So, as we mentioned, Sadiqullah Atal, who scored 85, so he is coming fresh, right? And he doesn't has that baggage of anything that Afghanistan team is having. So he scored an 85, but other than that, other players have that baggage, right? And because of that psychological pressure, they are doing some things that are not necessary and giving away their edge.
Yes.
So at the start, it looked like it was a pitch that was favoring the bowlers, but as soon as the Australian team came to bat, it was a completely different scenario. Matthew Short scored 20, Travis at 59, Steven Smith at 19. So if we see at this inning, Travis Head was also dropped a few times, right? And I
Yes.
guess Steve Smith, I don't know, but Travis Head was dropped because I was watching that. So I know Travis Head was dropped.
Yes. So, I think Nikhil, yeah, Travis Head's catch is very, very important if you see, because when they dropped his catch, right? So he was on six. So the things would have been different because he later went on to add 55, 53 runs after the drop catch.
Right,
And as soon as his catch was dropped, the next ball he smashed the bowler for six.
correct.
So yeah, Steve Smith was also giving a good support to him. As soon as he came into bat, the first two balls he played over boundaries. So apart from that, he was going for those singles and doubles. So yeah, I think a similar job to what Joe Root did in the first game, right? In the previous game, to play that anchor role, what we say.
Yeah, so Steve Smith was good. He scored 19 from 22, strike rate of 86, and giving that support from one and two. Travis said Travis Head was looking very good. He scored 59 of 40 balls, the strike rate of 147, and Matthew Short also scored 20 of 15 balls. So these two players, I guess, were taking those T20 format innings that also we see in Rohit Sharma's batting, right? He wants to give that start to the team so that later in the later match, the score if they even if the scoring rate goes down, still we have that starting scores,
Yes.
right? So dropping Travis Head was a big blunder that I guess who did that?
Rashid Khan.
Rashid Khan, right? Rashid Khan did. If you see Mohit, Rashid Khan didn't came to bowl in those 12.5 overs. Any insight on that?
I don't know what the reason was, because I think they could have given Rashid Khan a couple of overs or maybe 1 over inside the power play itself. Because if there were to be any spin, I think Rashid Khan could have exploited that. But they continued with those fast bowlers for the power play, and also Mohammad Nabi was also given the ball. So he kind of controlled the scoring a little bit, because if I think the fast bowlers would have continued the bowling, the power play score would have been gone over 100, because they finished their power play at 90, Australia. So yeah, there was some help for the spinners, because if you see Fazal Haq Farooqi and Umar Zai were the two fast bowlers at the start, and they had gone for 8.5 and 10.5 each. So after the introduction of spin from Nabi and Noor Ahmed, if you see, they both of them kind of controlled the game, brought the scoring rate to 8.5, because Australia were actually running away with the game. The first wicket also fell on 44 in 4.5 overs. So they were kind of finishing the game inside the power play itself, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, Mohit, correct. Actually, I would love to see Rashid Khan, right? Yeah, bowling a few 1 or 2 overs because as you correctly said, that spinners are getting good help from the pitch, I would say, because the Nabi's economy rate is around 4.3, and Rashid Khan has also great potential, right? If he gets anything in the pitch, he exploits it and takes down those scoring rate below what is required. But I guess he has some confidence issues right now because the Champions Trophy this year has been an average for him. He hasn't taken that many wickets and also give a few runs here and there. Means his economy overall average of in Champions Trophy is I guess 5.5 somewhere there. So it hasn't been that good for him. But yeah, being an experienced bowler, we expect that he would rise up to the situations and bowl wherever needed.
Yes,
Yeah, that was the crucial match actually because of this match. Australia was were confirmed that they would be going into the semi-finals, right?
yes,
Or they were a bit closer to the semi-finals, I guess, because they also had England, South Africa after that.
yes,
So
yes,
over
you're
here,
right.
Afghanistan's journey to of the Champions Trophy got over completely. And the other game that was played between England and South Africa would have decided something, but again,
Yes,
playing in England, playing how they are playing in this match, in this trophy, Champions Trophy, the chances were zero. I would say zero.
yes. So I think before we move on to the England South Africa game, there were a couple of things, one scenario based and one news which came out of England team. The first one being if Afghanistan had to qualify for the semi-finals, right? So England had to win the game by 295 plus runs
Yeah.
to break the net run rate of South Africa below Afghanistan. So that was a pretty big thing. So I don't know that would have happened because in order to do that, I think England had to score over 400 anyhow.
Yes.
So that was
Or
pretty
or
unrealistic.
or, or they would have had to all out all the players between 10 or 20 runs.
Yes. So yeah, that was one thing, and the other thing before the start of this England game was that Josh Butler has had resigned from captaincy, and this South Africa game was his last game as captain for England in white ball cricket. So yeah, we'll come back to that part later, but I think we should discuss the game between South Africa and England, Nikhil. So if you look at the England batting. So once again, it was a pretty disappointing effort from them because they only managed to get 179 runs on board, considering the scenario is given at the start. So they were in a pretty bad negative, just like how the Indian market is going right now, with the dip. So yes, so I think to start off, I think Duckett once again got the start with 24 runs, but was not able to convert that. And again, they had selected Jamie Smith for the three games which they played, who did not manage to impress the team or the selectors. But I think given he's a young player, so he might be given more chances ahead because he got out on zero in this game. But apart from that, I think again Joe Root scored 37. Josh Butler
I
scored 21, and surprisingly, Jofra Archer scored 25, who was the second highest run scorer in the game for England.
England.
So, if you look, Nikhil, most of the players got those starts, right? So, 24, 37. Considering Harry Brooks 19 also a start, so we might also count him as well. But they did not manage to convert those starts into 50 plus scores. Only closest one was Joe Root. So, do you have anything to add on England's innings?
Yes, nothing, nothing in particular in the for the evening sharing, Mohit, because other than Joe Root scoring 37, everybody else have has a disappointing Champions Trophy right now. Jofra Archer scored 25 because we know he has a potential. Once he middles the ball, once he takes on the bowlers very quickly and scores 40, 50 odd runs here and there and takes the game ahead. But over here, if you see, the score was below 150 any which ways, right? When he came to bat. So there was nothing to build upon over there. Still, he tried to score somewhere, and got out at 25, playing 31 balls. Uh, Other than that, Joe Root being Joe Root, he scored 37 from 44 balls. Again, a ODI inning. Other than him, Josh Butler scored 21. He took 43 balls to score those 21. Strike rate below 50, and Ben Decade at the start was looking good, scored a few boundaries, but still got out very quickly. So
Yes,
as you said, the start was everybody has a had a start, but couldn't convert. That's why they all got out at 179. Uh, they only like, 38.2 overs they played. 179 was the score they were able to put on. Keshav Maharaj, Marco Hansen, Ryan Mulder had a pretty good day and that day. because Keshav Maharaj also were bowling very brilliantly. Actually, he wasn't giving any freebies or something like that. He bowled 20, all the 20, sorry, all the 20 all the 10 overs actually. No other player from uh, South Africa got the opportunity because they all got out at 179. But still, Keshav Maharaj bowled all the 10 overs, one maiden, which and the runs scored of him were 35. Then that Marco Ensign, he bowled 7 overs, 39 overs scored to him, but he took 3 wickets, economy of 5.57. And Wayne Mulder, I don't know him. Is he a youngster or someone, or he has been playing?
No, I think he's a one of those younger players who has been selected. Not youngster actually, but a newish player. He's 27.
Yeah, correct. He's 27, but I guess he hasn't gotten that much chances. So I have never seen. I have never know. I don't know if I've never seen him or not. But he has never been caught my eye. But today he has surely got the eye of many selectors as well as the fans, right?
Yes.
Because taking those 3 wickets was not a it's not a child's play, right? Anyhow, club, if the batsman, sorry, if the team is not playing well, even if the team is not playing well, like England are not playing that well, but still taking 3 wickets is not a child's play. In that, he took Joe Root's and Jofra Archer's wicket for it. So crucial, both crucial wickets, right? Looking at
Yes.
this thing.
Yes, yeah, as you rightly mentioned, Nikhil, those crucial wickets were taken by him. So yeah, I think with that, I think we should move to the South African run chase of 180 runs, which they managed to complete in 29.1 overs. So for England, I think only Jofra Archer was the one bowler who stood out with 2 wickets. Apart from him, I think Rashid got one. But to look at the South African innings, Van der Dussen, Heinrich Klaassen, and Ryan Rickelton got those bulk of the scoring because Van der Dussen scored 72 and Heinrich Klaassen scored 64. And Rickelton got a start of 27 runs, but eventually was dismissed by Archer. So, do you have to want to add anything on that part, Nikhil, for South African innings?
So yeah, crucial knock from अपना Henry Carlson and Vander Dussen. Actually, Vander Dussen has been playing the uh, game for quite a while, and some commentators were saying he would be retiring somewhat somewhere soon. But looking at the game that he was playing, it wasn't looking like that. It was completely a different picture. He was looking fine. He was taking those shots wherever needed. So he actually was supporting Henrik Klassen when he was playing. Henrik Klassen was hitting everywhere and scoring crucial runs. He wanted to finish the match as soon as possible. At that time, when Dusin was just playing like a anchor. I'm not saying like he was an anchor because he was also taking those risky shots. Actually, he was the one who scored 3-6 in this match. But none other player, David Miller, he scored 1-6 because he had to complete just wanted to finish the match, right? So he took he scored that 1-6. But other than that, only Van der Dusen scored 3 sixes and 6 fours. Ryan Rickelton also got a great opening. He scored 27 of 25, but again, uh, didn't convert it. But still, he gave that starting pace, so that others can build upon it. And yeah, Henry Klassen and Van Dusen surely built it very quickly. And Adil Rashid got that wicket because Henrik Klassen also was in hurry to complete the game. He wanted to finish with the style and wanted to hit a
Yes.
six, but couldn't hit it and got out. So I don't know if I would be crediting Adil Rashid for this because he was in hurry, so he misjudged it. But if Henrik Klassen could have kept his cool and completed थोड़ा आराम से he would have completed the inning and he wouldn't have got the out for that particular ball. I think.
Yes. So with those results, Australia and South Africa have sealed their spots in the semi-finals for the Champions Trophy. Now, just the one thing pending, which is there is also India has qualified along with New Zealand from the other group. So the only question is that where will these teams play and who will they play against? Because that will be decided in today's game between India and New Zealand about the where will each of the team finish in the table. So yeah, I think we'll be watching that game because it will start in a couple of minutes. So I think just to get this going, Nikhil, do you have anything to conclude this Group B?
Uh, I was expecting Afghanistan to come into the semi-finals. I was not expecting. They were just my favorites because the way they are playing. But again, Australia crushed their dreams to play in the semi-finals or win this trophy. And Australia actually played pretty well, considering they are a bit inexperienced right now. Most of the players who are playing for their side are very young and not that much experience because the greats the 3 to 4 great players are not playing for them right now. I guess they are reserving themselves for WTC, but still the way Australian cricketers are playing right now is fantastic. Whoever it might whoever is playing the Australian mindset that we keep talking about or we keep hearing about on the Instagram or in the comment from the commentators has not lost over there. So yeah, that is a crucial thing for me about the Australian team, and so a huge respect for them and the well deserved spot. Feeling sad for Afghanistan, but still the Australian team really deserved it, and South Africa was looking solid from start only, right? They had a pretty good ICC, pretty good last couple of years for looking at the cricket. They also have women's World Cup, I guess, with them. They have been qualified for each semi-final and finals for each semi-final and one final, right?
Yes.
So actually, actually looking at this, we have four semi-finalists who have been the semi-finalists for last uh, Cricket World Cup of
World Cup as well,
2023,
right?
right?
Yes.
So Mohit is just chanting over here, praying to the God that the result shouldn't be the same.
Yes.
Yeah, that is nothing else to add. This concludes the Group B stage for me. Hope we see a good cricket from here on, and hope India faces Australia in the semifinals.
Yes, yes.
And
So,
one
yes.
thing, Mohit, that we missed in the last week, one game was abandoned due to rain, which was Bangladesh versus Pakistan. It was not a important game per se, looking at the trophy, but still the important game for both of them, because whoever would have won that game wouldn't have uh, placed on the bottom of the table for the in the group stage.
Yes. So I think on that note, that is it for this one. So I think we'll see you guys in the next video. So till then, thanks for watching.
Bye bye.